So we got a lot of exciting prospects on this card, and Jordan Leavitt is another one. So, before we dive right into his side, let's take a look at Matt Wiman here. A dude who's been around for a very long time. He must really just love the sport, because I don't see a reason why you're still fighting here. He, it took a long break from 2014, came back to the UFC for 2 fights recently in the last couple of years, both of which have, didn't go his way. He lost to both of them. He does sport a 16-9 record at age 37. Kudos to him for still fighting. I got to give him that respect. There must be a true passion for the sport. Jordan Leavitt on the other side, he rocks that 7-0-0 record. He did submit Luke Flores in the Dana White Contender Series, which we saw recently. Seems like a very talented kid, a lot of reach, very exciting prospect. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. Do you see any hope for Wiman here?
Well, it's funny. We want to talk about having that experience under your belt and things like that. But what really sucks for him in this fight is just the overall, I guess, let's not call it a mismatch, but just the skill that kind of comes into play here. Because Jordan Leavitt is the kind of guy that's going to look for opportunities. He's the kind of guy that seems to really love arm submissions. Well, I don't know what it is, but arm triangle chokes, arm bars, Kimuras, he's just constantly looking for him. And the way I see it is he's a grappling fighter. He very much is. So if Wiman can come in here, maybe really, really tighten up that boxing and kind of dictate the pace early on, he might be able to kind of steal some rounds and maybe surprise Leavitt a little bit, because the one thing we can say is in that 7-0 record, this will be his toughest fight. Regardless of Wiman being one of those old school guys who clearly, the UFC has made so many drastic changes over the last 5 to 10 years. So anyone who's been fighting, say, before that half decade does have a huge hill to climb. And if you were in your 30s at that point, you're probably either going back to the drawing board, trying out something else, or coming back now when, fighters who tend to need fights are getting opportunities. I think that could have a lot to do with it. Maybe he always wanted to fight, but just wasn't getting the opportunities with the increase in talent and the increase in the roster and stuff like that. But he's under contract. He's getting a fight against, an up-and-coming guy who loves the submission game. I just, going back to your original question, it's hard to find a way for him to win, but does he have the experience to grind something out here and maybe steal it? Sure.
Yeah, and I think it's going to truly take a steal to win this one. It's a tough matchup for him. In terms of Vegas odds, where you see this landing, kind of where do you see the odds landing here?
Yeah, and so going back to I'm just surprised I'm even watching this guy fight. It makes me feel hella young. And the one thing I'm kind of saying, it's he has to be the dog, right? Even though he's lost to only really, really good fighters over the last 10, 15 years, it's just you just don't have anything for me to go on. Whereas with Leavitt, everyone who's getting into fights over the last year or so is seeing this man just kind of go crazy with his wrestling and submit people and that kind of thing. So it's hard for me not to give Jordan the lean here. And I've got him at somewhere between minus 250 and minus 300, to be honest.
Dude, you came to play today, man. You came to play today, I gotta say.
Oh, really?
He did open. Yeah, you hit the 50 mark range, and like we said, when these big spreads come up, it's hard to hit within 50 points. But he did open at a minus 350, which is right on the tail end of your minus 300 there. And it is rapidly moving. When I looked again yesterday, he was minus 380. If I look online right now, he's minus 400. It is constantly moving that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. I'm going to say we might have missed the boat, from a Vegas playing perspective. You might not be so happy about that one, but yeah, there's a chance we might have missed the boat there, because it's hard for me to give a guy like that taking on his first real UFC veteran a minus 400 favorite. Yeah, it's just hard for me.
There's no real value in that line there. As usual, hit that subscribe button. It's
Please
below.
do.
We need you to hit that bell button. Our information is there. Instagram, Twitter. Our picks go up there closer to the fight, so stay tuned for that. Anything else you need to plug there, Siraj?
Yeah, one thing I want to quickly touch on, we've been really happy with the feedback that we've gotten on the MMA stuff. We did find that kind of our own Kaizen account was getting a bit convoluted there, because we're putting so much effort and having so much fun doing this that we thought, what? This is becoming our bread and butter. It's the one thing that we're consistently doing every week for you guys. So let's go ahead and make our own MMA page. So right now, we do have pretty much a brand new account that's been set up within the last week or so. The Kaizen MMA, go check it out. If you love the sport, if you love us, by all means, all of our picks, some clips of the show will be on there. But YouTube, you want the full show, or last minute, you want to check out some fighters before you make your picks for Friday, Saturday. We'll have the individual clips up by then. So less than 3-4 minutes for you to analyze your fighter and get that picking.
Perfect. That was fun, Siraj. Always a pleasure, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
I'm really excited, man. We'll talk soon. Probably before Saturday.
Take care, brother.
Easy, man.